Awesome, man. We just keep rolling here. We're
Number
here
2.
with Sam and Curtis from the Gospel Youth. How you guys doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
Doing good. Doing great.
It's been a good day.
Yeah.
We got down here. We got to work. Let's do this thing.
Yeah. Cool. So
Good hustle.
Yeah, Gospel Youth. This is your first time in the U.S. touring.
Yeah,
How's it going so far?
it's good. We're getting used to it slowly. Like
American heat is
yeah,
something else compared to English weather.
8 people in
Yeah.
an 8-seater van. But we've never known like any other way. So we're getting on. It's good.
Making it work, like, you know, it was when we first started listening to like punk rock bands and stuff like that. We heard about the Warped Tour, and it was always the dream. So to be out here actually doing it is
Them
crazy.
as well, like the likes of Goldfinger. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Silverstein, Hawthorne Heights, like it's insane. Like, I would say 13-year-old me is going crazy, but to be
Yeah.
fair, like me right now is also going crazy.
Yeah, I guess you get to also see a lot of bands that maybe you haven't seen before,
Yeah.
that are on the tour too.
Yeah, we've made a lot of good friends.
I saw CKY the other day. I've never seen them. Like I've always wanted to see them, and they were
So
sick.
good.
I was just stood there the whole time, just like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and catch them today.
Yeah.
That's the UK. We were just we just had a dude on, and they're from Kentucky, and we had referenced the UK because we had Boston Manor on here recently.
Yeah.
And just like, it really doesn't matter where in the world you're from now, with the way that people get to your music and the way that
Internet.
people get to your band. It just doesn't even matter.
It's crazy, man. Like, I remember when we first started, like back in the day, when like our first ever band, the only way to get people to know what you sounded like was playing shows, and you would have to go to places. But now with the internet and YouTube and like everything like that, you can just literally just type in anything and you can find it. It's crazy, but it's cool. Like, it means that like bands like us have an opportunity to, you know, come to America, and we've had people singing along. We've had people like knowing who we are. It's insane.
That is crazy. A lot of that, just kind of going back to being able to put the music out anywhere, and like having that ability to kind of know that. You said you guys had been in bands previously back in the day. Was this band more of a consolidated effort? Like you kind of were dialed in on what you were doing with this one, like for your first tour to be in the U.S. I mean,
it was actually the opposite. Like
really?
Me and Julian, the guitarist, hadn't really done music for a while. We had kind of just been like, you know, dealing with life. And we met up and we were like, yo, do you want to like maybe like write some music? It's been a while. Like, I was always a fan of his stuff. He was always a fan of my stuff. And we wrote our song Kids, and we just put it on the internet thinking like, oh, maybe like one or two of our mates would like to hear it. And that'll be it. That'll be all that happens with it. About a month later after the release, we're having people messaging us being like, yo, you need to put more online. We need to see you play shows. And we're like, well, it's just the two of us. Like, you know, what are we going to do? And throughout the course of the band, I mean, it's been 2.5 years now. We found Curtis here.
Just over a year ago now. I wormed my way in.
Nice.
And like, it's weird because like, it sounds really cliche, but every single one of us is such a big fan of this band. Like, you were like at shows before we invited you to be in.
I was, yeah.
Like,
me and Sam met at a Hit the Lights show in Brighton, and I saw him across the room. I was like, see, I've got for you. I was like, I'm gonna go over and say hi. And he said like how they might be looking for a new drummer. I was like, I'm your man. I'm the one.
And then we played a tour with your band, like the band you used to be in.
And then we got super drunk.
Super drunk. And I was like, you're my new best friend. Like, we need to do this.
I was going to straight going, I'm the new drummer, I'm the new drummer. And the rest of the other two weren't that drunk. They're like, no, it's not. I was like, shut up, it's Sam.
And yeah, it's just, we've just like over the, I mean, we've had our kind of, we've had a few changes in lineup, but the lineup we've got now is just the best people, like, and the best family, I think. Like, we all look after each other. We've all got our own unique little, like, quirks, but we work really well as a unit. So it's just kind of happened.
You guys have a distinct sound.
Thank you very much. It's
I gotta ask, I mean, the gospel, a little bit behind the meaning of the name. I mean, it's obviously influenced in the music.
It's I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of like soul music, a lot of like, you know, stuff like Luther Vandross, just stuff like that, and combine that with the fact that we've all had our own life experiences. I mean, a couple, like at the start of the band, I was homeless, divorced. You know, we've all been through our fair share of stuff, and we wanted to create something that people realize that, you know, they're not alone. They're kind of like, we all go through bad days. We all go through stuff that is so easy to think, oh no, it only happens to me. Like everything is awful. But in reality, like the songs that we create, like they're everyone's gospel. They're what everyone lives through. And if we can kind of help people through lyrics or through music, then, you know, that's great.
That's amazing, dude. It's so cool to see this generation and like I think their understanding of music, but not only like music's place in people and like supporting them and helping them get through that stuff. You know what I mean?
Compassion, positivity.
I mean,
I think the thing that's cool is that like music is essentially faceless. Like if you're feeling sad, like you don't have to worry about like speaking to your friends and having them judge you or like thinking what they're going to say. You can just put your headphones in, you can listen to a song, and if you feel sad, you can feel sadder or you can feel happier. And like there's nothing to kind of like, there's no boundaries to that. So if we can write music that people can relate to or they can find solace in, then, you know, even if it's one person in every 100, that's still that one person that it counts.
that's pretty good. 1 in 100, you're gonna have a lot of fans, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe.
On Earth, you're gonna be doing good.
see.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So being your first tour of the U.S., I mean, to be doing Warped Tour, how long? This is 2.5 years in.
2.5 years since we started, yeah.
And you're doing the whole Warped Tour?
Yeah, sorry.
in a van, driving
Incredible.
ourselves.
That's incredible, right?
it's crazy.
What an
Yeah,
opportunity.
it's a bit of a jump. Yeah, definitely.
And
Like-
you will be back here in the States, I would assume.
Early next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Follow up.
It's crazy. I mean, we expected nothing, did we? We expected to come out here and like, you know, we're hustling, we're handing out flyers, we're
Sure.
talking to people, and we
Same.
expected to have maybe like 1 or 2 people watch us, and the reaction's
It's been
been,
ridiculous.
yeah.
Fucking A.
Every show there's been loads of people like there, like specifically to see us. Like
It's unbelievable.
never
That's-
expected it.
Yeah, that's what I love about Warped Tour
Yeah.
too. Is like that, like all these people, they have a chance to see you guys. You know, you
You know
have a
what
chance
is
to
crazy
discover new
is-
music live too. You know,
What's
not
crazy
just
is that like people, like we found, like especially yesterday, like people come to Warped Tour not knowing any bands. Like they come just to find new bands, and in the UK that's something that does not happen. Like
Don't
unless
get that at
you're
all.
popular or fashionable, like
Yeah.
no one really, like it's hard for people to get into bands unless like your friend shows you. But for kids to actually, like for people to actually just go and go, oh, I've never heard of any of these bands, but that's the whole point. That's insane. Like it's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You'll be speaking to people here and they find out you're in a band and say like, oh, you're in a band? That's amazing. Like, I love that. And you say that at home. They go, oh, you're in a band? Oh, so
get a
am I.
real
So
job.
is he, so is he.
Yeah, we talked to Henry. That they were talking about like Boston Man. Like I guess they did a tour, and you guys were probably experiencing this. Maybe you can talk about this, but like they did like 16 dates in the UK because he's like, yeah, people
That's
don't,
every
they don't like
town
go to
ever.
other shows, and I'm like,
Done.
what? He's like, yeah, he's like talking about how crazy it's here, where kids will drive hours to see a show, and they're like,
You
no.
get kids complaining, like, we could be like 3 miles down the road and kids will complain about like going to the show because it's out of the way or because they like their friends aren't going to it. It's a completely different world out here, and it's so killer.
yeah.
That's amazing, dude. I'm so happy to hear that you guys.
Yeah,
I
thank
mean,
you very
being
much.
first here, having that great success. The music is tremendous. Like I said, dynamic.
you.
What time do you play today?
240.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna see you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go over there.
Well, thank you guys. This
Thank
was
you
cool.
very
I
much,
wish we
man.
could talk
Yeah.
longer,
Yeah.
but you know, we've
Is
got,
it at the Gospel Youth?
At the
Yeah,
Gospel
that's it.
Youth.
That's
yeah.
it. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Follow them. Listen to these dudes.
Oh yeah.
see ya.